I sat again at the dining room table. I thought of the homes Ellie and I had shared over the years, our many visitors, the strangers and friends we had hosted. I thought of the way people came and went, the way our home had always seemed so porous, the way it had breathed. My house is diaphanous, but not of glass, the poet Georges Spiridaki writes. It is more of the nature of vapor. Its walls contract and expand as I desire. At times I draw them close about me like protective armor, but at others I let the walls of my house blossom out in their own space, which is infinitely extensible. I needed breathing space, now more than ever, to draw the walls around me, then to let them open out, the in-breath and out-breath of living. I opened my laptop, went online, posted a short message. I was bruised, I wrote, and I was hurting. But I didn't want to hide away. I wanted to be with others, to connect and reconnect. Come on over, I said. I'll cook. Loss tears a hole in the world. It exposes us, leaves open a rent, a gap. It is disorientating, puts the compass points of our lives in disarray. Loss makes the future impossible because it refers only to the past. But loss is never total, and sometimes into that gap, that rent, the breeze of newness can blow. And in the acknowledgement of our brokenness, in the softness of it, a stranger reaches out to embrace us. And in this embrace is a bridge to something new. The relationship to the stranger, the philosopher Emmanuel Levinas once wrote, is a relationship with the future. Several days after Ellie's death, I was walking down the high street. My bike had just been stolen from outside the station, and I was raging inwardly at the thief's inconsiderate timing. To the thief who stole my bike, I posted on Facebook, you could have chosen a better time. You could have chosen a better bike. In the street, I was stopped by a stranger, a charity fundraiser. She was in her 20s and had an open, optimistic face. Hi, she said. You look like a friendly person. Can you spare a minute? I hesitated. I saw the logo on her tabard. She was fundraising for breast cancer research. Do you know much about breast cancer? She asked. I could have lied. I could have brushed her off. I felt a constriction in my throat, but then I thought I might as well tell the truth. Yes, I said. My partner died in the hospice earlier this week. The stranger paused to take this in. What was her name? She asked. The question surprised me. It was the simplest of questions, and it seemed like a gift. Ellie, I told her. She smiled and reached out to touch my arm. You need a hug, she said. Then she put her arms round me and squeezed me hard, a plastic tabard crackling. A hug of solidarity, a shared acknowledgement of the difficulty of living. Thank you, I said, crying into her shoulder, utterly overwhelmed. Thank you so much. I needed many things in the days and weeks after Ellie's death. I needed solitude. I needed friends, the people who were closest to me, who shared in the same loss. I needed to draw the four walls of my home around me, like protective armor, and I needed to let them extend outward, to invite people in. But I was surprised by the extent to which I also needed strangers, people who knew nothing of Ellie, who knew nothing of the particularities of my grief. For much of my life, without realizing it, I have sought out strangers, strange ideas and strange situations. I have opened up my home to people I've never before met and spent time in the homes of others. My life has been shaped again and again by these encounters, but it was only after Ellie died that I realized how connecting with strangers can act as a powerful antidote to the paralysis of grief. The person serving me in the coffee shop, who asked how I was. I lied, of course. The fruit sellers at the market. How are you, my duck?